What's up? How are you? We could turn this live into like a Q&A if someone wants to go as a guest or however you guys want to go about it. But I feel like it'd be cool because I'm kind of boring and it'll be easier if there's someone to talk to and we can go like that. Hello. I don't understand that. Are you guys celebrating the 4th of July? Ooh. Yeah, I don't live in the US, so no. I'm a trans guy, but I keep questioning myself. I don't know what to do. Well, in simple terms, you just have to I don't when I say this, I don't come off as like being rude, but like finding your identity is only something you can find. Um, the best way to go about it is just continuing to research as much as you can and learn as much about the community as you can and see if your person aligns with what you're researching because that's how I figured it out. But nobody in the world will be able to tell you you are but yourself. I swear, every time I go live, my nose is mad stuffy. I don't know why. But what are you guys doing for the 4th of July? I live in New York, and honestly, it's been raining every single day, so I don't even know if there's going to be fireworks tonight. But if there are going to be, I think that's what I'm doing. But I don't even really care for fireworks. I don't even really care for the 4th of July. Let's be real. What are we celebrating? But if you're not from the U.S., because I saw someone said they're not from the U.S., where are you from? I gotta sneeze. No, I don't. I'm going to pop fireworks, and hopefully, I don't get banned. Yeah, be careful. It's crazy because the whole celebration of the 4th of July is like setting off fireworks, but so many people restrict you to be able to use fireworks. So it's like, what's the point of having a celebration that revolves around fireworks if a bunch of places aren't going to allow them? I'm going to a baseball game, then dog sitting. That sounds fun. I'm kind of nervous for some reason because I don't know if it's because I clicked on one video about it, so my whole algorithm on TikTok turned into this topic, but I was on TikTok today and there was a bunch of religious people on there saying everyone be very careful if you are feeling signs of like God telling you something over and over again, like be be mindful of it, and it's not too late to take back your sins, and just all this extra stuff. And I do have faith, but I have faith in my own way. I obviously don't agree with a lot of things that people say because it's against who I am, but I do have my own faith. But it was really weird because like everyone was saying the same like thing, that apparently like Jesus is coming back right now, like this is the time period that he's coming, and if you're sinning, like you're in trouble. And it's like, I don't know, it was kind of creeping me out because it was like video after video after video, and I'm like, what are these people talking about? Did you get bottom surgery? No, I did not, and I don't plan on it right at this point in my life. I don't really think it's necessary. It's just kind of extra, but to each their own. I obviously had waves of wanting it, not wanting it. I started the process and then I stopped the process. And I don't know, top surgery is really as far as I'm willing to go, just because I don't know, it's just not necessary. I don't mind when people ask me if I had bottom surgery, just because like I could tell everyone until I'm blue in the face, hey, stop asking me that question. It's too invasive, because it is. But they don't listen. They're just gonna ask anyway. Um, so yeah, I see that on YouTube all the time too. It's so annoying. It really is, because like I don't even understand it. So like I don't want to. I'm sorry for sniffling. My allergies are acting up. I didn't take my allergy medicine yet, but yeah, I keep seeing like all this Jesus stuff everywhere, and like I don't know, it's just like like a lot more than usual. Hello, Sam. Which 123? I love some of your guys' names. You're with a female. Would that mean your other half of a lesbian? No. The problem you have, Eggy Head. The name is too fitting. The problem you have is that your mindset is set around what someone has in their pants that determines what part of the community they are in. Try not to focus on body parts and just focus on the identity. Because I identify as a man, clearly, that would not make my partner lesbian. Because if she wanted a lesbian, she would date someone that is like female presenting. I'm not female presenting, nor do I ever identify as female. Therefore, that does not make her a lesbian. So rather than focus so hard on the body parts, try to focus on the person and the way they identify. People that don't understand trans people are just so hyper focused on the body part and the way people take a piss. That's like their hyper focus. I don't know why, but they're so fixated on it. But for some reason, it's like, I just don't get it. I understand you don't understand, and I'm not trying to be rude either, but it's just like, it's you guys are so hyper focused on the wrong thing. Being trans does not have to do with the way someone pees and takes a shit. So try, when you think about it, just avoid body parts. But I am happy that you are trying to get some knowledge and understand it. I'm not trying to be like an asshole either. I'm sucking the crap out of this lollipop. Sorry, I know it's probably annoying. Yes, and just remember, not every trans person has to have bottom surgery. Doesn't have to happen. Does not have to be part of the journey. Hello. Hello, hello. I'm going live because I made a video and then I was like, I don't like this video. So I felt bad because I didn't have a video. So I was like, you know what? Whatever, we'll just post a live video. I'm glad to hear it. What's your son's name? Hunter. Speaking of, I have some tea, I have some drama, and I hope you guys wanna hear about it. But give me a second. Ugh, I'm trying not to be gross on camera, but at this point, I don't care. Okay, so nope. So I got some drama, I hope you guys wanna. It probably will help some of you guys who have family problems and don't know, like, how to handle. I was posting about my son, Hunter, and my girlfriend posted for Happy Father's Day, blah, 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 blah. Everyone on social entire life. Now, mind you, my family, they supposedly respect my transition. They try their best to use the right pronouns. They call me Kyle, all that. So they're trying. I love that for them. Father's Day came around, and I got not one single Happy Father's Day besides my older sister and her boyfriend. I didn't get a single Happy Father's Day from my mother, my grandmother, my aunt, who is like in my immediate family, and yeah, that's I have a small family. So those people, the people that I care about the most in my life, did not say Happy Father's Day. And I was telling my girlfriend how crappy I felt because I was like, I wonder why they didn't say it. Like, at the end of the day, I've been raising Hunter for about 3 years now. To me, that's a long time. I took on the responsibility to take care of a kid that I technically didn't have to, and I enjoy doing that. I love taking care of him. I see him as my own. We're at that point now in the family. And so for them not to say Happy Father's Day, like, I don't even care that they didn't necessarily say Happy Father's Day, but the recognition of them seeing me take care of somebody, like, that to me is enough. And then I found out from my sister that the reason my grandmother didn't say Happy Father's Day, and apparently the rest of the family, is because they literally said to my sister, "Well, Hunter's not biologically Kyle, so I didn't feel the need to say it." Since when does being someone's biological parent mean anything in the realm of saying Happy Father's Day or Mother's Day to somebody? At the end of the day, it has to do with an adult raising a child. It shouldn't have to do with blood versus not blood, because then that's pretty much throwing out the window that every step parent in the world is not a real parent. So now I feel some type of way because if you don't validate me as being someone who stepped up to the plate to take care of a child, you don't validate that child and you don't validate my girlfriend. So now I'm in a very awkward time in my life because I've never ever had confrontation with my family. I just don't do that. It's not like me um, at all. And now my little sister's birthday party's coming up on Sunday, and my mom sent me an invite, or wait, I'm skipping a part. So my girlfriend was like, "You need to start reaching out and telling your family how you feel," because I have a hard time speaking my mind to my family. I like to act like I'm always happy. So I grew some balls and I reached out to my mom and my grandma and my aunt, and I sent a group chat and I said, "Hey, I just want you guys to know that I felt kind of bad that I didn't get a Happy Father's Day from anyone. I wish I got the recognition that some of the other family members got." And my mom didn't even answer. Still to this day, just dismissed the whole text message. And then my aunt, she apologized, but her first sentence was, "My bad. I didn't like I won't do it again. Don't like don't take this against me after all the other things in life that I've helped you do. Like, don't hold this against me." And pretty much those texts just made me feel like crap and feel like I'm being dramatic. But like, what do you guys think? Do you think I'm being dramatic? Maybe you should be patient with them as much as you want patience from them, or maybe they are rude. It's been around seen it's been around since the beginning of time. Wow, wow, wow. Not everyone understands this new movement. I get that, but to me, I wasn't even mad until I heard the comment of, well, he's not even biologically his. My family now realizes that I'm not having biological kids. I don't want them. I mean, I do, but like I have come to terms with, in order to have biological kids, I don't want to have to go through extracting eggs. I don't want to have children naturally. I don't want to do any of that. So I pretty much ruled out me having biological kids, and my family now realize that. So that's what makes me mad. The fact that they said, well, he's not biologically yours, so I don't feel the need to do that. At this point in time in my life, I'm never going to have biological. as best as a step parent, or if my girlfriend gets pregnant from a donor and I'm the person that steps up, I will always be the person that can only step up. So how much patience can I have for someone who's just never going to see me as a biological parent? That means I'm never going to get the recognition because they're not biologically mine. That's where the problem is. It's not about patience, because at that point, 12 years down the line, when Hunter's still in my life, I can't be patient 12 years later. I'm sorry, but I can't. Better to be a good present father than a blood one that isn't. Exactly. And I was telling my girlfriend, like, honestly, I feel like there should be a whole separate holiday for, I almost said for trans parents, but there should almost be a whole separate holiday for step parents, because we're taking care of kids we didn't like, we signed up for it. Like, we took that step to say, you know what, like, I want to be a part of this kid's life. We're not being forced. Yeah, we didn't bring the child into this world, but we're making that much more of a sacrifice by saying, you know what, this may not be my blood child, but I want to be their parent. And that child wants me to be their parent. Do you see what I'm saying? So to not get the recognition when I literally stepped up to the plate for a child who didn't have a dad, like myself, I never had a dad. It's like, how come I'm not being recognized? I don't know. Some people are gonna think that I'm being dramatic, but I would hope most people would kind of see where I'm coming from. What's up? If you lost a leg, they might be nicer because it's not a choice. Like, think of the dads that want a boy and end up with a girl because he changed the way he looks. You got to think about your family's feelings too. They can't adjust as fast as you want all the time. I get that, but then again, are you gonna have that same response 20 years down the line? Say Hunter's in my life until like the end of time, literally. My parent or my family's still not gonna give me the recognition because their only reason for not saying it has nothing to do with, oh well, we need more time to process it. No, their reasoning is, well, he's not biologically yours. There's no time. There's no processing that. They're he's not yours. Therefore, you don't need recognition to be a father because you're not his father. It has nothing to do with, well, they need more time to realize that you. No, there's no time to be realizing it. Show up to her house and tell her how you feel straight up, look her in the eyes and tell her. I literally did, and I got no, like, my mom did not answer. Like, I know you're saying show up to the house. Maybe I should do it that way, you're right. But yeah, when I texted her, she said nothing. Like, not even a I told my girlfriend, I was like, "I would have rather my mom responded by saying, well, I'm sorry you feel this way, but I just don't feel comfortable calling, like, seeing you as a father yet, whatever." I'd rather her say why she didn't agree than to just get no response at all. Like, that was wild out of pocket. Imma just dismiss this person because now they're pissing me off. "Oh my god, hi, I love you so much." "Thank you." "Hello." It's the same spirit, just in its true form. Right. You're not his father, you're his stepfather, and that is just as good. It really is. At the end of the day, the way I see it is, regardless of the title, I'm the one showing up. I'm the one making sure he's going to bed on time. I'm the one helping him with homework. I'm the one feeding him at night. I'm the one paying to help support, like, for his clothes. I'm doing just as much as my girlfriend is doing, even though that is her biological child. I am doing just as much as a biological parent should be doing. And not to be in their business, but his dad is not anywhere in the picture. Recognition than a step parent, just because a step parent. Being old school isn't an excuse to discriminate against people. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Old school, I don't care about that. I don't like anyone that has the mindset of, well, people are stuck in their ways, or old school is old school, or you can't change the older generation. I don't care. I am, I would say, relatively young, and I would say people like from the ages of 30 and down, we're not taking that shit no more. I'm sorry. I don't care. Like, we're not doing the, well, you got to respect the old ways. I don't care about the old ways. If we got to respect the old ways, then you need to respect slavery. Then you need to respect um, the Auschwitz and Jewish camps. That's literally how it sounds. That's literally saying, well, you have to respect that that's how they thought. These things that happened in this country, then respect that. I'm not trying to get all heated, but like sometimes I wonder if people like think they are so rude because they're saying your son isn't part of the family. Exactly. That's the bigger picture of what I'm trying to explain. It's not. I'm not thinking micro. I'm not thinking small scale of, oh, they didn't think about me on Father's Day. Honestly, I don't care. It's just the bigger thing. It means that, okay, if you didn't say Happy Father's Day to me, that means you don't see my household family as my family, which means you don't accept them as your family, which means why are they around you? Did I annoy you? Was it me? No, you didn't annoy me, it wasn't you. Nobody's really annoying me, it's just sometimes I wonder if people think. Stepfather, biological father are the same thing. They're both father, exactly. I just want my immediate family, which is my girlfriend and my son right now, I want them to be just as valid as me wherever I bring them. Ooh, I gotta sneeze. No, I don't. Yes, I do. Okay, no, I don't. And I get every family has their problems, I understand that. But I'm at the age where I'm building my own family. And if my blood family cannot accept them for being how we view each other in our household, then they don't need to be a part of that family. Do you know what Sally face is? I do not. I just got here, but I'm feeling like other people take your pain and make it theirs, not because it's valid to them, but because it gives them a reason to treat you poorly because they are filled with hate. That's kind of what I'm getting. My older sister even said, to be honest, I feel like the reason they do that is because they don't genuinely see you as a man. And that's another thing. I mean, I'm not going to feed too much into that. I don't want to just play victim and like, oh, they don't agree with my transition. At this point, I don't care who does, but I can kind of see it in that light too. It's like some of you guys are saying, well, you can't feel badly about how they feel. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Because it's not about me being a stepfather, it's about how far you view someone ever being my child. The fact that I will never, ever be able to have biological children, I will always only have stepchildren. Like, that's my own. And I dare my family to ever, if, for example, if my girlfriend does get pregnant, which we are trying, when she gets pregnant, and I'm there to sign the birth certificate. And my family obviously knows that's not my biological kid. I swear, if any of them try and say, well, that's not your blood, then they will never even worth arguing because it's weird to me. Setting boundaries is so important. Like you said, you are trying to start your family. If they cannot accept what you are building, then they don't deserve to have access to it. Amen. That is exactly my thought process. That's what I've been thinking for a long while now. I tried to play the, oh, well, I got to give them time, or oh, well, they don't mean it. I tried to play that. And now I'm heading towards 30 years old. The patience is gone. Like, I can only be but so patient. And it doesn't mean I love my family any less. I don't get it twisted. I'm not saying, "Oh, well, I'm shutting them out completely, like, F them, I will never talk to them again." No, I love my family endlessly no matter what, but I keeping people at a distance has to be done. I feel like we live in a world where people think, "Oh, well, you only have one blood family, like, don't do this." Like, no, don't do that. I get that. I still love them, but I love them from a distance. There's nothing wrong with that. I have to do what's best for my mental health and my mental peace. And if people can't meet me halfway, just because they're blood family does not mean I have to deal with it. No, I'm an adult. I'm not 10. I know this is off topic, but do you have any idea on how I ask my parents for hormone therapy? Because I'm a little scared because they are open, but also are not. It's worth bringing it up to them and just kind of see what they say. The worst they say is no. And then at the end of the day, when you're an adult, you can do whatever you want. I don't know how old you are, but I think it's worth bringing it up, especially because you said that they are kind of accepting and understanding. At least you know you're in a safe place to bring it up. So the worst they're going to say is no. Just try it. Okay, you're right. You can keep them at a distance. Right. I had to leave my family even though I love them because they never accepted my husband's religion. Right. And I would imagine that you view your husband as now your immediate family, people have a hard time realizing that when you become an adult, your immediate family changes. Your immediate family now becomes the people like you learn to love, like a fiance, then a husband, a wife, kids that you bring into the world. Like that becomes your immediate family, and your blood family, like your mom, your dad, your grandparents, they become like they're still your blood, but they're no longer your immediate family. The whole point of growing up is you build a new family, not to take place of the family that you were brought into, but it they are no longer your immediate family, especially if you don't live with, like, once you move out and you start to get a boyfriend, girlfriend, and all that, like, that becomes your immediate family because that's your immediate. 30, congrats, you handsome man. Well, I'm not 30 yet, easy now, I'm 28. I'm just saying I'm heading towards 30. Don't be rushing it. Chill. Family is also a choice, yes. Yes, it is, definitely. I just want you to know you're awesome, man. Thank you for being online because it saves lives. I gotta go. Bye, brother. Well, I appreciate you sticking around and being some support on my end because without you guys, I wouldn't be doing any of this. I like conversations like this because then it keeps the live interesting. My dad has told me that he thinks my pronoun crap is weird and my name change is, and that I'm gonna stop this BS. My mom said he was just mad now. I know he doesn't support me now. Just let him talk his gibberish. Just let him talk his gibberish, and all you can do is just continue being you. Don't let anybody, whether it's your parent, your brother, your sister, your aunts, your uncles, don't let anybody persuade you into doing something you don't want to do or think that you're not something that you are. Just let them talk. You are so funny. But this helps me get it from your side. That's all I'm trying to say. Like at the end of the day, you're gonna have your own opinion. I'm not here to force my opinions down people's throats, but I do want people to understand where I'm coming from without just solely focusing on their perspective. Being mad isn't an excuse to say things like that. I hope you know that, and it's not your fault. Oh, that one is to that person that said that. I'm struggling to figure out how to tell my dad. My mom says he's not homophobic. He just wouldn't understand. Any tips? Honestly, if you can, and if you're safe to do so, try educating him. Try having him watch things. Like, have him watch some YouTubers. I'll say hi. Like, just try and educate him to understand because the problem is people are so quick to like make jokes or say certain things, but those are the same people that have never opened up a book, have never like watched a YouTube video of somebody literally explaining their whole entire transition and why they did it. Like, try to open up his eyes by showing him visuals of like what it means to be trans or whatever part of the LGBTQ that you're referring to. Love your content, bro. Thank you. He has told me he supports me now, but I think about it every day how mad he was and told me I basically ruined everything because I'm not who I was before. I would talk to him and ask him what he meant by that and like try to figure out what that meant because it sounds like you are internalizing what he said a while ago and now it's stuck in you because you don't know exactly what he meant by it. So it's hurting you by like kind of trying to process it yourself in your head. And who knows, maybe he didn't mean it in that kind of way, or maybe he did. And then you could say, hey, listen, I'm not changing. I'm just growing up. That's the part of life. I only got it after you said your girl isn't a lesbian. I can understand that part. Like to not focus on body parts, it's deeper than that. Yeah, it's much deeper than that. I'm so thankful for you. It's hard living as a trans person, especially on full blast online, and you're so automatically you. It's refreshing and real. Thank you. I always try. I try to be transparent. I tell you guys when I'm sad, when I'm mad. Like I tell you my that I'm dysphoric. I don't try and say like I'm transgender. The whole transition is perfect. Everybody transition. Like I keep it real. I tell you like when things are easy, when things are hard. I tell you when I'm gonna have bottom surgery. I like if you guys have seen my videos earlier, like I made a whole video about how I was gonna have bottom surgery. And then I literally was like, actually, no, I don't want it. I don't need it. And like, I'm not going to be that person that hides behind the screen and only tells you the positive things. Like, no, I'm going to be 100% real every time. Because if you guys are thinking about transitioning, I need you guys to realize that like transitioning itself is not the key to just resolve all your problems. It's not. The whole thing is a learning game. And I would hate to see people get into it and then detransition and realize they hate it. Communication is really key. Amen. I identify as male and female, so I'm the goddess and God. Well, I'll never understand like the life of someone who's non-binary or somebody who identifies as anything other than a trans man because that's all that I am, but I give more power to everybody who has found their true authentic selves. I mean authentically. Oh, authenticity. Got you. No, I kind of knew what you meant. I kind of tried to play around with the sentence and make sense of it for me, but I got you. I got you. Autocorrect is so annoying. I feel like I've been eating this for like the past 3 hours. My dad is more open because my step sister is gay, my stepmom is bi, my brother is aro. I don't know what that means, and I'm trans, but it's still hard for him sometimes. I mean, that makes sense. At the end of the day, it's going to be hard for a lot of people, especially people that are not a part of the community, because you can't put yourself in the shoes of someone you're not. So, as long as the way I see it is, as long as they're not putting you down, like your dad, as long as he's not putting you down for who you are, then give him time. But once he starts putting you down or making you feel a type of way, that's when it's like, all right, I got to check you for a second. Because, hello, what is your favorite thing about being a father? Probably just seeing somebody look up to me, um, and especially in a way where I didn't have a father, and I would have loved to have some type of guidance in the way that was opposite of my mom. And I don't want to say masculine or feminine because I'm trying to stem away from such specific things, but like just seeing somebody raise me different than my mom did. And I could imagine that Hunter's the same way. He's only been raised by his mom. So to have someone else raise him a different way and show him different hobbies and skills that he will need for just life is really cool. So I think that's probably the best thing. Like, it's so cute, like, a lot of the times, like so I love to work out, so he literally will always like the other day, I was like, "Hunter, do you wanna go jump rope?" Because I like to jump rope for cardio, and he was like, "Yeah, just let me go get my big boy shirt on." And then he came out with a tank top, and he thinks that his tank tops are big boy t-shirts because they show your muscles, and he always sees me wear tank tops. I personally am non-binary, and it's hard knowing my pronouns will probably never cross someone's mind because people only think she or he, and I just kind of have to deal with it because speaking up is dangerous. I can only imagine. I can't even put myself in your shoes to know how that's got to be hard, but yeah, I can imagine that it is pretty tough, and I do hope we eventually get to a place where we can adapt to speaking outside of she, he pronouns. And I will personally say I'm not perfect. I slip up a lot and am very specific to she, he, which is why I made that statement a couple minutes ago of how I'm trying to step out of the whole idea of feminine, masculine, she, he. Like, we need to learn to incorporate more than just these two things. And again, I'm guilty of it, but I'm learning and I'm trying to learn the best I can. Bu- 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 Stop because this is the sweetest thing ever. I love how kids treat things like my big boy shirt. It really is cute. When he said that, I laughed. I love him. I love your videos, but gotta go. Thank you for stopping by. I love you too. How old is he? He'll be 8 in September, September 1st. So he's actually getting up there. I met him at a really cool age because, yeah, I did miss his whole like baby age, but I got to meet him at grade level. So when he moved to New York, he was going into kindergarten. So I met him from kindergarten, and now he's going to be going into second grade. And I feel like that's a very important time of a person's life because it's like very crucial where like things start to matter. So I met him at a really cool age, and I met him at an age where he could have resented me or not chose me. And the fact that he chose me was pretty cool. I'm mad because I stubbed my toe. I'd be mad too. I think this is cool to break generational curses. Yes. You know what's really funny? Another quick little story. Tea time. On TikTok a couple days ago on Father's Day, I posted me and Hunter. I posted like a couple video clips of me and Hunter for Father's Day, and it ended up going viral. It's almost at 500,000 views. And I was reading the comments, and it's probably one of my only videos that have absolutely no hate. Just a bunch of people that aren't transgender, don't have anything to do with LGBTQ. It hit the algorithm on the other side. So, like the non LGBTQ people and all of these men, like your stereotypical Republican, Trump supporting, make America great again people were reaching out and saying, like, you are an amazing man for stepping up to the plate. It takes a real man to be a parent, like, just all of these nice things. And then I would go to their page, and it was these men that literally hate everything about trans people. And it's because they didn't realize that I was trans. So all of these people are getting caught up supporting me and literally validating me as the father that I am. And it's funny because if they were to know that I was assigned female at birth, they'd probably shit themselves. And excuse my language, but they'd probably shit themselves because normally they would not be supporting a trans dad. They would say, no, you're a mother. Like, you can't be a father. But because they didn't know and they just saw a man raising a kid and a kid looking up to this man, literally, I got the most respect from a group of people I would have never thought I'd get respect from. And I know if they did find out, they probably would take it back, but Imma just take it for what it is, and, like, now I know, alright, these people see me as a father because that's exactly what I am. So they pretty much see trans men as fathers, whether they wanna admit it or not. Love you, bro. Thank you. Am I mean? I don't think you're mean. Mm. I think Ash and Tasha are best friends. What's up? TJ, I think you missed all the tea. You're a huge inspiration to me. Thank you for everything. Of course. Literally, I wish I had the knowledge that I have now back in the day before I started transitioning. It would have been so ideal. So now the best thing I can do is make sure that I'm posting the same type of thing I wanted for people that are also in need of information and education. The accidental support, oh my god, I love it. They would smash their phone over their if they found out. Literally though, like the accidental compliments that I get from like homophobic and transphobic people, I love it because it literally gets them caught up in literally seeing us as people because that's all we are. We're people. And if a trans man has a child, they are a father. Like if you identify as a man, you are a father. Like and they got caught up seeing me as just that. Ring pops bring back to my childhood. Somebody catch me up with what happened. Yeah, somebody got to catch him up with what happened. My dad doesn't accept me, so I have to wait until I'm 18 to transition. It's rough. That's kind of like what I chose. I knew my mom wasn't going to let me transition as a kid, so I didn't even bother trying. I just said, listen, I'm going to do this when I graduate, and it is what it is. And that's exactly what I did. Play Doh, I don't believe is edible. Nope. I wouldn't do it. Absolutely love your vlogs with your son. Best father for real. Thank you. I do need to make more. If you guys have any like anything you'd want to see me and him do, let me know because then it'd be easier to film. I'm watching a squirrel. What the heck is he doing? Weird. You're strawberry picking? Do you play games? And if so, what is your favorite? No, I'm not. I'm really not into gaming. If I do, it's usually phones on my game. Or I said that so confidently. I said it's phones on my game. It's usually games on my phone. So I like to play Call of Duty and I like to play Monopoly. But as for like PlayStations, Xboxes, not my cup of tea. I said that so confidently. Phones on my games. I'm saying that forever now. I'm an idiot. I'm getting tired. It's almost time for my nap. Hello. We all mess up. That's true. That's true. Sounds like something I would say. But you're also a big kid at heart. You've never lied. As I eat my ring pop at 28 years old. It's almost time for my dinner. What time is it where you are? Same, I play phones on my games too. I think it's because I have ADHD and storylines don't keep me focused. Right, yeah. Yeah, I hate storyline games. They're dumb. Like, I'm just trying to play the game. I don't care to read captions and all that extra. Wait, you're 28. I only turned 20 last time. Yeah, I'm 28. I'll be 29 in August. Bro, yesterday I forgot the word banana and started calling them giraffes. That's what they were called for about 10 minutes. I'm dead. It's nearly 6 p.m. where I'm at. You sound like you're from England. You're giving me UK vibes. Just by the way you said it's nearly, and because if it's already dinner time, you're way ahead. So I'm gonna say the UK. Yes. How did I know? It's 11:45 for me. It's 12:45 for me. And yeah, I know the UK is like 6 or 7 hours ahead, I think. Something like that. 7 p.m. for me. Yeah, it's only lunchtime here. Today is shot day for me, and my girlfriend gives me my shots, but she's at work right now, so when she gets home, she has to give it to me, and I'm scared. I get scared every time, as if I don't go through this every single week, but it doesn't get any less scary for me, unfortunately. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Does it hurt? No, it doesn't hurt. It's just all in my head. Dang, the stream's been 47 minutes. It feels like 10 minutes. It really does. Are you afraid of the needles? I'm not afraid of the needles, but like I'm I have really bad anxiety when it comes to like hearing horror stories. And I've heard horror stories of like people getting air bubbles in their bloodstream and dying like 3 seconds later. So I just have a weird fear of like when she's injecting it, like my thought goes to air bubble. And like I'll check the syringe 30,000 times before she does it to make sure there's no air bubbles. And like obviously I'm still here. So we're doing it right. But it's still scary because I don't know. Like the thought of dying from an air bubble sounds horrific. But my doctor said like you literally have to inject like a this much air. Like it's not like you're just injecting a little bubble. You have to inject like a syringe worth of air and literally push it into your body to like die from that type of thing. New fear unlocked. Yeah, it's super scary. I don't advise you look it up of like what that means because it's a scary, scary thing. But it's something that like if it did happen, you would die so fast you wouldn't even really know it happened because it's so instant. Like as soon as that air bubble hits your brain or your heart, game over. But I'm done talking about that because I'm not trying to scare me anymore, and I'm not trying to unlock new fears for you guys. If I did already, I apologize. You can you can unsubscribe because yeah, I feel bad. So a not that bad death, right? Now I'm even more scared of needles. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. It's okay. Thank you. Oh man. So I'm on week 2 of going gluten free. If anyone cares, I haven't had gluten in 2 weeks, which is crazy. Why? Because a couple weeks ago I got diagnosed with celiac disease. If you don't know what that means, it just means that gluten gives me really bad side effects because I'm technically like allergic to it. So bread and all things that have like wheat, barley, all that type of stuff, which is like everything. I can't have it because it makes my stomach get really, really big because it makes my intestines swell up, and it also affects my mental health, like my anxiety and things like that. And it affects my digestion and how I use the bathroom. Like it doesn't help me go to the bathroom, if you know what I mean. Makes me not go to the bathroom. So, yeah, the only way to fix those things from happening is by not eating it. So I gave it a try and I've been eating all gluten free stuff. And literally, like, even things like this, you have to look. Like, when you think gluten, you think, oh, you can't have bread, you can't have pasta, you can't have cereal. No, like, literally, so many things say contains wheat, contain this, contain that. Like, almost all processed foods contain gluten because gluten is used as like a preservative and a binding component to foods. So like you have to be very careful, like look at everything. So it's just a lot easier I found to just get things that say gluten free. Even if you think something's gluten free, it might not be. So it's kind of hard right now because I'm still learning, but I keep hearing from a lot of people once you really find what you can and can't eat, it gets much easier. It's not that hard. Oh dang, bro, sorry to hear that. Honestly, it's not as bad as you would think. Like it's making me eat healthier, so that's always a plus. As a person from a country who eats bread all the time religiously, I can't imagine. Yeah, that would be hard. There's so many gluten-free options now. Yeah, that is very true. Like now grocery stores have everything labeled like gluten-free, gluten-free, so it's really not as hard as it probably was years ago when people literally just thought, "Oh, well, I can't have this because it's gluten." So, can you do a what I eat in a day vlog? Yeah, I could probably do that. That'd be cool. All right, guys. I'm gonna take a couple more questions and then I'm gonna go. When's your next video? This Saturday. I actually just recorded it before I came on here. So yeah, this weekend I will have the video up on Sunday. Yeah. But all right, I have to go to the bathroom, so I'm gonna get off of here and finish my lolly. I appreciate everybody that came on my live. Like today was a good live. I think this is my favorite one, so I will probably keep it up. So thank you for being honest. Of course, all I do is honesty on here. So you know what is next. See if someone can quote what I'm going to say next. What's next, guys? Stay true. Bye. Have a good rest of your day. That's not the quote. Thank you for your time. Love you, dude. Thank you. But that's not the quote either. What's my quote that I always say at the end of my video? Let's see who's a true follower. Stay true. Happy holidays. You too. There's 14 people still on here. I'm waiting for at least one person to say it. Prince Kyle, don't forget it. No, that's the beginning of my video. I'm gonna just say it this one time, but y'all better not forget it now. But normally at the end of my videos, I say, stay true, be you. Bye, guys. That's what I say. All right, bye.